Welcome back to another episode of the Just Vanilla server. This is Joycelina, and I'm here today inside the house that I built. I think I ended it last time with the new cyan concrete. And yeah, I haven't done anything as far as changing it around. Here's my little enchantment display. But I still think I haven't put a ceiling on it either, or a roof on it, because I think I'm going to tear it down. I don't mind how so there's no roof even on top. So, better make sure there's no creepers out here. Oh, I like that one. Hop, hop, hop. Take that. Oh, I missed. No. Ha. Holy cow. Yeah, I got an upgraded bow. So it's a Power 4 bow from farming skeletons at a neighbor's skelly farm. So he says, give me 4 stone and you can come to my skeleton XP farm. And so I did a little bit of that, trying to get up to level 30 so I could do some enchanting, and happened to get a really good bow that I was able to combine with all the levels. Anyway, back to this. So although I think, you put a normal ceiling on that and normal roof, it would look really nice. I like the color combination, but it doesn't fit the theme. It's way too modern feeling compared to what I'm trying to do here. And I've been out of town and tried to take and do some Minecraft on my little tiny laptop, and the mouse was driving me crazy. So I didn't get a whole lot done, but working in creative, trying to come up with what I thought might be a good kind of theme for what I want to build, and I really didn't like what I had time to come up with. So I've got something else in my head I haven't actually tried. So it's in my brains, but I haven't seen anything about building it. So what it means is this whole thing is coming down. So I thought I'd record, at least let you know I'm tearing it all down. Everything goes. So yeah, that'll be interesting. And then I can hopefully work out things so like we can come down to my mine without it being so kind of tedious through that one section. And I've got a pond trying to hide some of the work that I had to do for the ceiling of the staircase. I had to hide it with with a fountain. So then I've been mining because, I need to get stuff. And a while ago I had found this little lava pit. But then I decided to do some exploring. So I came and did some exploring through here, doing some cave tunneling, and found another pit of lava. And so what I like to do is I like to go around and try to see all I can see and find what I can find, because a lot of times you find diamonds and it's nice and brightly lit, so there's not a whole lot of bad guys. So that's what I did, and I stumbled across this, a mine shaft. And can you believe I've been through this mine shaft? I've been everywhere possible in this mine shaft. And I have found one chest on a minecart. So I've only one minecart chest on this whole thing. I have tried to light it up, but you can still hear there's monsters about. And in here, so of course, when you find a mine shaft, one of the things you often find is a nice cave spawner. So I spent all day yesterday creating this wonderful grinder. And I'll have to see if I can find the tutorial that I looked at and link it in the description. So it's fairly easy. The hardest part was we are so low, and you can see all the way up here was the pool of lava, meaning this was all lava and this was all lava. So I practically chewed up my diamond pick trying to dig down and replace with blocks, and eventually I got to here and I'm like, yeah, we're just keeping that's going to just stay obsidian. Oh, and one of the things, don't get too close. Man, that freaked me out, man. So yeah, when you build this, you can hit it from far away. Oh, I'm using the wrong one. Look, I got a Bane of Arthropods. I called this my Spider Annihilator. So Bane of Arthropods 4 and Sweeping Edge 3. I don't know why I'm not using it. These things go down a lot faster when using them. And you stay on this block. Don't stand on this block. You'll get poisoned. So it works fairly well. I don't know where the zombie is. I hear you, zombie. And so you can see I stayed here just a little while getting my levels up. And we're going to have string galore. I don't know what I'm going to do with all that kind of string. I guess make wool blocks. So we might be using white wool to kind of spell out what we're going to build and how we're going to build things and how we're going to lay out our town, which probably is a good idea to kind of do some type of layout. And the other thing, with all these spider eyes, I'm like, I need to make some potions. So I don't make potions. Well, you saw I got the blaze rods, but I don't make them because I can't plant the nether wart because I still haven't found any soul sand. So I think I'm going to go into the nether and do a little soul sand searching. And then I'll come back when we're all finished. What? Wrong button. And I'll come back once I've done that. Okay, well, I've been putzing around, kind of took everything down. So significantly different. I also went into the nether, got some soul sand, got some glowstone. So there's going to be some crafting and stuff that I'll be able to do. Maybe a little bit of now, and then later on we'll consider putting together like an alchemy shop, and some of the things I've been thinking about in my world here in my city is making it just that. So eventually we're going to come over and kind of occupy this space over here and have like an alchemy shop or blacksmith or enchanter, all sorts of different things that I hope to have laid out here. And this is really just a farm. So I tore everything down and kind of used some wool to kind of figure out what I want to do as far as a shape is concerned. So the one thing that I knew was going to stay was the staircase, and wanted to make sure I had enough room in the staircase so that I can tear this stuff out, have a ceiling that I'm not going to be hitting my head, because we know I'm kind of crazy about that now. And I don't know if I'll decorate the whole way down, but I just wanted to at least have the option to have a nice staircase coming off. So this will be the front door. So I'll come in, and this will probably be a wall. It'll have some windows in it maybe, but this will be the front door. You come in, have a nice little maybe sitting area or some type of decorations through here. This area will be the kitchen type area, and I might make this just leave it like this. I was also thinking I might have a doorway out here and have like this be the entrance to the back farm area. So either through here or through there. So this might end up just being kind of an open area and then heading out to the back. I eventually want to have a nice little bridge across here. So this at least gives me a better frame. It's not a box, which my last one was essentially just a box. So it has some details. I wanted something nice and round here, and we'll see what we do with the ceiling on that part. But this is going to be pretty much a stone building, but I'm going to use various types of stone. I've just cooked some so that it just have the regular stone blocks. I think I'm going to make some of them brick and then cook them up so that they're cracked. And the last thing I want to do is maybe contact somebody to tell me where there might be a village, or I might go into the nether and see if anyone's hooked up to a village, a jungle. That would be the word I was looking for, jungle. So look for a jungle to see if I can get some mossy brick. That might be nice. So if I do use the cyan, if I don't get the mossy brick, then I'll use the cyan, but I will use it as just kind of an accent and maybe hiding behind something. But I'm not sure, and I'm not sure how I'm going to detail this out. I do want it to be a little reminiscent of some of this, or I want to have this somewhere, so maybe along this kind of solid wall. here on the other side of the staircase might be an opportunity for me to have some type of decoration that brings this more detailed look over here. So that's a little bit of what I'm thinking about. So I'm going to get started at least on the first floor of this. I don't know if it's going to be 2 stories, if I'm going to have, maybe part of it be 1 story and part of it up on the second level. So we'll see. Doing this very organically with you. So I haven't been building in a creative world. I tried that with my laptop while I was on vacation, like I mentioned earlier, and my mouse was a disaster. So now I'm kind of just doing it in a more fluid, let's put something together and see what it comes out and looks like. So once I have more, I will come back to you. And until then, well, I'm going to get to building. Okay, well, here we are back. Things are getting a little laggy. Look at that. As I scroll, it kind of jitters. Sorry about that. But this is what I've kind of started out with. And I tried to, creeper, I gotta get you. I don't trust that you won't come meandering over to me. So, a little shot into head. Oops, not far enough. Try again. There we go. And 2. Yay! Oh, see, if I go and get the gunpowder on him, then I got all these other things standing around needing to be killed. 1 and 2. But the gunpowder is very valuable. So we go and pick it up. And my extra little arrows there. Where'd you die at? Did you leave me nothing? Okay, anyway, back to what we were talking about. Oh, I got a little sign here from OM1K about my portal. I'm glad he liked it. Or she. Might be a she. I don't know. Anyway, back to this. So it's still a lot of gray. I mean, I still have a lot more detail so that it's not like one big massive gray blob of building. But this is kind of that. I've integrated some of the staircase design here and put in some of the gray wood. I have a step up here because I'd like to do a second story, and obviously I put the cobblestone just as my base block, and then I'll go through and switch it up so that I'm alternating different blocks. So I still haven't done that yet, but I like the design on the front. I am not sure about the kind of little eave over here, so I'm not sure if I'm going to keep that or not. And then the second thing I noticed is that this sheer wall, I'm not sure I'm crazy about. I was thinking I might try to round off this side so that when you see this, you see it almost looks like a circle. So it'll come out a little farther, but then I have a tower on this side and the square part on this side. So I'm going to try that, see how it looks, and try to figure out ways of incorporating flowers and leaves and maybe even some wooden trapdoors or something throughout here to kind of define the space better. I think I'm just going to go with clear windows rather than trying to add any type of colored windows here. And then once that's done and we've kind of figured some things out, I'll bring you back. So we're also going to have to work on the downstairs. I opened it up some because one of the things in my last try of this house was that I ended up trying to do some type of spirally staircase. Sorry about all the swooping, but a spirally staircase coming down here, and I don't think it was very effective. So I've made I made the landing come out a little farther. I was trying to crunch everything into this very small footprint, and it just wasn't working. So I needed more space to get down low enough to get on this level to have a good staircase, being able to jet out both this way and going down to the mines. So this works a whole lot better. I'm glad that what I did was built the house around the staircase rather than trying to incorporate the staircase like I did before. So, okay, so I will work on the top up here. I'll get the colors changed and I'll try to do some decoration, and then I will bring you back. Well, it's nighttime and I wanted to show you all what I've been up to. I told you that I was going to go and look at possibly putting in some details. Well, I didn't do that. Oh, you are going to come after me, aren't you? Once you sense I'm here. Okay, well, I'll keep my eye on you. Instead, I started working on the tower. So I had talked about taking this tower and making it round instead of where it was flat before. So yeah, I did that, and now that I'm looking at it, once it's done, I'm not sure I'm crazy about it. Let's go out a little bit farther. Oh yeah, so now you guys are definitely going to come after me. I don't know if I like the proportions on that because I'd have to add a top to it as well. So two things come to mind. Well, killing you. Well, thank you. Here, let me cool myself. Cool my jets. There we go. Come after me. Come at me, bro. Whack. Yeah. Oh, burning up, huh? There we go. Oh, didn't even see you. Where'd you come from? Or did you spawn when I killed him? Something like that. Anyway, back to this. So I'm looking at this and I have to put a top on top, and what kind of roof is, that depends. Okay, did you make that sound all the way from over there? Or is there not? Ah! I knew it. I'm like, there must be another one. And there was. You guys are going to kill me. This is not fair. Hold on. I could hear him, but I couldn't see him. I'll have to watch the video, figure out what. Oh my goodness. The night is dark and full of terrors. You, stay over there. Come here. Let me get you. You didn't bring any creepers with you, did you? See, do I hear another one? I hear me burning. Okay, sizzle. Oh, look, you dropped me a present. Thank you. At least you were nice enough to give me something. These guys just give me flesh. Okay, back to talking about this. So there's two type of tunnels that I can build. Tunnels. There's two type of ceilings I can build, roofs I can build. Your typical pointy one, which goes on top of a tower. Or another thing I could do is kind of square off at the top and then try to emulate this shape at the top with the four sides. So I don't know which one of those two I'm going to do, but looking at this, it feels really bulky. And even if even if I were to, let's say, put in an archer area in the middle and then do the ceiling or do the roof. Sorry, I keep calling it the wrong thing. Even if I do the roof at that point, like starting the roof right about here, about 3 blocks higher, you're going to have this huge bulky tower and then this square. And it's really meant to be a house, not a tower. So I think one of the causes of this is kind of how I've structured this circular path. It looked nice when it was just the circle, and maybe if I'd kept it one story, it would be fine. But if I'm doing the second story, then the tower then gets bigger. I think what the problem is here is that I have 3 sides, then a single pillar, back a single pillar, and then back and another 3 sides. And it does it here. So it's going 3, 1, 1, 3 as a circle. So what I think I really need to do is come in here, and it should just be 3, 1, 3. So I would do this, keep this here, 2, 3, come in 1, and then this would be my back wall. So I'd lose about 2 blocks here between these two areas, so it would come back a little farther. But actually I don't know that that would be bad, because if you look down at the edge here, I really have a tight space here unless I unless I break out some of this. But I kind of liked it having it flatter here, so it'll leave me a little bit more room at this point. So these 2 blocks will go away. This will be the back wall, but I have to redo all of this, so both the top and the bottom. So that's going to take me a little bit. I'll go ahead and work on that because I'm really interested in seeing what that looks like. And so this is what happens when you don't pre-build something in creative. You just sit there and try to do it in survival. There's a lot of breaking things down and building them up again, breaking them down, building them up again. But that's kind of the fun part of discovering what it is we're going to do. And then next, the other part that I will have to figure out is how to add some color so that it's not all gray. So one of the things, like over here with the portal, this is 3 wide. So it's the facade here, the actual portal, and the facade on the other side. So you get this purple coming out, and then you can really see the details in the facade. Here, it's harder to see the details because you're seeing the gray all the way through. And how some of these are done, there won't be any windows in here, so I can't add colored glass because there won't be any windows. So I'm trying to think of, is there a way to add the cyan clay? I could add a piece of cyan clay here, and on the outside cover it up with like a slab underneath so that you just see some of it. But then whatever I do is going to show on the inside. Another option that I was thinking of is we could just trapdoor like this whole wall, so that when you come in, you don't see any of the brick. You see a big trap wall, almost like it was paneled. But then you'd be able to see the wood and the details of the wood all the way out here. I don't know how that would look. I could do that. Maybe try signs, not signs. Well, I could try signs, or pictures, just to see what happens on the outside when you have that blocked off and being able to see the detail more. So I'm going to work on tearing down and reducing the size of this tower, and trying to figure out what kind of roof to put on there. And I'll show you whatever the first roof I come up with. Even if I decide I don't like it, I'll come back once I've gotten the first roof up. So that will be that, and I will see you in a little bit, and hopefully I won't die from all the zombies. Okay, well, here it is. I think I have finished building it. I really do like the matching top up there, so I kind of squared it off a little bit. I continued using the stairs at this point right here just for a little detail. One of the things I am thinking about is whether or not I want to just be consistent, that all of the upside down stairs on here be the stone brick stairs. And so I think I might do that, and even here, because I'm losing the detail of that. So I am almost wondering if I want to have the cobble very sparingly and spend most of my resources with the brick and then the cracked brick. And what makes the most sense to me is to have the cracked brick on places where you might see it fractured, every now and then moving to the cobble, which is just really broken up. But for the most part, trying to introduce the cobble very sparingly, because it is just a much more glaring texture. And then putting some consistency with the stairs, so that I think it will just give it a better continuity. And I don't know, it'll be interesting. Would you be able to see and differentiate these two stairs from each other based on the fact that the direction of the bricks would be going a different direction, whereas with the cobble, they just blend into each other. So that's probably the one area I'm most concerned about. Every time I come and look at stuff, It seems to be night. It seems to be night all the time on this server. It's not really, but baby zombies. Oh no. No, no. Little munchkin. Stop. Oh goodness. You know how now what? How? How are there two of you? Oh, now I've taken away lights. More are gonna spawn. I hear you. Yeah. Oh my goodness. And I'm in the hole. I'm in the hole. And server lag does not help. Okay, silence while I'm defeating zombies. Okay. Again, it's always night. What did I get? Anything special? Ah, time to smelt. Oh, what was the enchantment on these? Protection 3. No wonder he was so hard to kill. So the other thing that, going back to my project, the other thing that I've looked at is the possibility of using the acacia wood for the doors and for some fences up there. I think it just brings in that accent color that we were talking about earlier. And you can kind of see the back door through here. I think I like that. And once I get some greenery in here, maybe the details of these will come out. Still thinking about maybe changing out one or two of these with the cyan concrete, and then hiding, doing partial hiding behind stairs or slabs or something. Just trying to add a little bit of color, but I don't know if I'm going to go with the acacia wood. I don't want any of the cyan. That would just look really awkward. So, yeah, I think I kind of like that. I think we're really close to being done. So now it's just the detail work of the landscaping. And then if I do decide to change out more of the cobblestone for the brick, really are the last things to do. And then we are done with the actual house. Do a little bit of landscaping back here. I might pull a farm out, and the server is restarting. Perfect timing. So I'll wrap this up because I got 30 seconds before the server restarts. So then maybe adding some fencing and adding like a little gardenish area here, but it might be more flowers and bushes. And then, yeah, we are almost done with the house, and we'll be able to move on to other parts of the city. So with that, I think I'm going to wrap it up with the server dying and getting restarted. And I will see you in the next episode.